Guardians, we are back. The final shape is finally out, and I really hope you guys are enjoying the campaign so far and the rest of the content. Today, we are taking a look at one of the new weapons that dropped as part of the Pale Heart set, and it's probably the pick of the bunch. The Pocket Rocket of the Lime Flavor, as someone recently called it over on FlightGG, is an incredibly powerful sidearm that literally carried me through the entire Final Shape campaign, and I had the chance to test a couple of decent rolls during my playthrough. We will cover this rocket-assisted frame in detail in PVE. Slap that like button for the algorithm. This is my first upload in a month. Let's begin. If you already have Indebted Kindness, you will know already what this weapon is capable of. The call is of the same archetype, firing a slow-travelling rocket-assisted round, dealing explosive damage on impact, capable of one-shotting most red bars and even in high difficulties, which sits in the kinetic slot of the Strand element. It's obtainable from the campaign missions of the Final Shape, alongside Pale Heart destination activities, and for those of you that don't like grinding for god rolls, this weapon is craftable. And as we just mentioned, this sidearm hits hard. It can kill ads with a single shot before even taking into consideration perks, and thanks to the healthy ammo economy that these sidearms have, they can be comfortably used as primary weapons and even paired with elemental special weapons. It is also very useful on prismatic builds thanks to the damage it inflicts, capable of quickly filling up the darkness bar. As of the making of this video, it is the only available kinetic slot rocket sidearm, as the others are both of elemental slots, making it a unique option to choose from when build crafting. This weapon has a very healthy perk pool to choose from, allowing it to do insane damage to yellow bars, as well as the ability to increase its already healthy ammo economy. Let's quickly go over the potential perks this weapon can roll. Starting with the third column, we have one of the best perks on this weapon, Subsistence. Getting a kill returns a round to the mag from reserves, completely nullifying the need to reload this weapon. Another good perk to highlight is Lead from Gold, which increases its ammo economy by getting special ammo on heavy pickup, great when using this sidearm alongside other special weapons and heavy generating builds. Demolitionist and Strategist build into the grenade and class ability builds respectively, returning energy upon defeating targets. I'm using a Strategist role at the moment with the new Hunter Ascension aspect and exotic chest. It is incredible. A build video will be out in the near future. The last perk to call out is Slice, which upon using your class able, the weapon will sever targets, reducing the damage output, excellent for dealing with bosses. The other two perks, being Stats for All and Beacon Rounds, are... Beacon Rounds are useful for long distance shooting, but arguably there are much better perks on this column, and my strong preference for neutral gameplay is either Lead from Gold or Subsistence. For the fourth column, arguably the best perk for general gameplay is One for All. Upon hitting 3 targets in succession, you get a 35% damage increase for 10 seconds, 11 seconds with the enhanced perk. Considering that this weapon already hits hard, it becomes capable of one-shotting yellow bar combatants too. Paired with Subsistence, you would never have to reload and have a consistent 35% damage increase. Desperate Measures is also available on the 4th, getting a 10% increase to damage on weapon kill, which can increase all the way up to 30% when getting follow-up grenade or melee kills. When Transcendent, this perk goes hard, as your ability uptime would be increased, but arguably I would stick with One for All. Desperate is a decent alternative, however. Shout out to Adrenaline Junkie 2, this perk helped me get my campaign clear. At max stacks it does 33% more damage, and when paired with Demolitionist and a good grenade build, it goes hard. If you are looking for grenade synergy, look no further than this combination. Vorpal can be very useful fighting bosses thanks to its 15% consistent damage increase on them. And finally, Golden Tricorn, although it can be a pain to use as it can only reach that 50% buff when getting matching element ability kills. When Transcendent, however, it may be very useful as your abilities will be up more than not. Not tried this out, but on paper it sounds very promising, but again, situational. Hatchling doesn't work due to the weapon doing impact and explosive damage. It doesn't consistently proc hatchling from precision kills, and multi-kill clip forces you to build into reload. Before we take a look at the best combos and the god roll to chase, please consider dropping a like and sub if you're new to the channel. This is the type of content I prioritize when new expansions release. I have limited playtime due to my lifestyle, you know, full-time job, family, so your feedback, whether good or not, helps the channel's quality in the long run. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. My perk combinations to choose from are Lead from Gold or Subsistence, paired with One for All at ad clearing, getting that consistent 35% damage increase, which in GMs will come in very handy. And for dealing with bosses, I would go for Slice and Vorpal Weapon, reducing the damage output towards you and dealing a consistent 15% damage to the bosses without having to proc anything. Those are my picks, peeps. Let me know in the comments what you're looking for, and if you disagree, remember, god rolls are subjective to the user. We didn't even mention the origin trait, which is dealer's choice, skills grant super energy, and if using other weapons with the trait, the return super energy increases. For the god roll out there, you'll want to build into velocity as much as possible. Reload, unlike the vault shot rolled Indebted Kindness, is not essential. The rounds travel slowly, getting as much velocity built into the weapon will allow to shoot from distance and land hits on targets. Therefore, a velocity masterwork paired with hard launch for a 15-point bonus to velocity, alongside high velocity rounds granting an additional 10 points, will near max out velocity on the weapon. Then, as mentioned before, lead from gold or sub paired with one for all, or slice paired with Vorpal Weapon, depending on what you want to use the sidearm for. This weapon is S tier. No, I personally don't think it's better than Indebted Kindness, but thanks to it being a kinetic slot weapon and harder hitting than Indebted, it gets a permanent slot in my final shape loadouts. That's it for this video, peeps. There is so much content out at the moment that I don't even know where to start. I'll be posting my first Prismatic Hunter build next week, and we will visit more weapons, including the new Healing Auto Rifle, the new Heavy Trace Rifle, and not even mentioning Warlock and Titan builds. Did you make it to the end? Slap that like button for the algorithm and sub if you're new. This was Plasma Alchemist. Your viewership is much appreciated. Until next time, see ya later.
Fight forever, Guardian!